Did you know that the first hour after you wake up could quietly decide whether you'll live a long, healthy life, possibly into your 90s or beyond? It may sound surprising, but it's absolutely true. Without even realizing it, many people are sabotaging their own longevity before they've finished their first cup of coffee. In this video, we'll explore 7 simple yet powerful morning habits practiced by people who live well into their 90s with energy, clarity, and purpose. And the most amazing part? Habit number 4 takes just 30 seconds, but could add years to your life. These habits are rarely discussed in doctors' offices, but the science behind them is clear and compelling. Let me introduce you to Frank. When Frank turned 65, he began to notice something unsettling. His friends, people his age, were facing serious health issues, heart problems, memory loss, difficulty walking. But today, Frank is 93. He still drives, shops for his own groceries, and spends time volunteering at the local park twice a week. So what's his secret? It's not good genes. In fact, most of his family members didn't live past 75. What changed his path was a decision he made after attending a wellness seminar nearly 30 years ago. Frank decided to adopt 7 specific morning habits that, over time, completely changed his health journey. While his peers declined, Frank thrived. When I asked what made the biggest difference, he didn't hesitate. "It's my mornings," he said. "That first hour saved my life. And now, it might just change yours." Habit 1. Immediate hydration. Before you do anything else in the morning, before reading the news, before your coffee, drink water. Why? Because your body becomes dehydrated overnight. And that dehydration makes your blood thicker, placing extra stress on your heart and brain. Studies from Harvard Medical School show that this morning blood sludging accelerates aging by up to 31%. Dr. Jessica Rothman, a leading kidney specialist at Harvard, explains, "During sleep, your body dries out. Your heart has to pump harder, and tiny vessels in your brain and kidneys take the damage. Over time, this contributes to rapid aging." Let me share the story of Linda, a 72-year-old woman who struggled with kidney issues, low energy, and forgetfulness. Her doctors were preparing her for dialysis. Then she made one small change. She began drinking a full glass of water, about 16 ounces, immediately after waking, even before getting out of bed. 2 months later, her kidney function had improved by nearly 30%. "My doctor thought I had started a new medication," Linda told me. "I said, 'No pills, just water. First thing, every morning.' So here's your simple step for tomorrow. Before you leave your bed, drink a glass of water you've placed on your nightstand the night before. Make this your daily ritual. Not tea, not coffee, just water. It's the first and most essential gift you can give your body each morning. Are you ready to start tomorrow? Before you go to bed tonight, place a full glass of water on your nightstand. Then, when you open your eyes tomorrow morning, before your feet even touch the floor, drink the entire glass. Not coffee, not tea, just water. Room temperature is best. Cold water can shock your system, especially first thing in the morning. Make this a non-negotiable part of your routine, just like brushing your teeth. After a full night of rest, your organs are dehydrated and waiting. Don't keep them waiting any longer. Can you commit to this one small habit that could dramatically improve your kidney function and protect your heart? The healthiest people in the world don't see this as optional. For them, it's essential. Are you already doing this? If not, why not start tomorrow? That simple glass of water might be the beginning of your transformation. Habit 2. Get natural morning light. Here's a question. Are you unknowingly sabotaging your body's natural rhythm every morning? If you're not getting natural sunlight within 30 minutes of waking up, you're missing one of the most powerful longevity boosters ever discovered. The National Institute on Aging found that sunlight exposure early in the morning increases melatonin levels later in the day by up to 73%. That means deeper sleep at night and better overall health. Dr. Andrew Peterson, a leading expert on circadian health, explains, morning sunlight kickstarts a chain of hormonal signals that affect sleep, metabolism, and even memory. Skipping this light exposure raises your risk of neurodegenerative issues by over 30%. Think about Paul, a 75-year-old retired teacher who struggled with insomnia for decades. He'd tried every sleep aid and supplement out there, but nothing worked until his doctor suggested a simple change. Step outside within 10 minutes of waking. Rain or shine, Paul made it a habit. And within 2 weeks, not only was he sleeping better, but his blood pressure dropped and his afternoon fatigue vanished. All he did was sip his coffee on the porch instead of inside. So tomorrow, give your body what it's craving: natural light. Even on cloudy days, outdoor light is 50 to 100 times stronger than indoor light. And if you have mobility issues, just sit near an open window. It still helps. Don't underestimate this habit. Your brain is waiting for that signal to start healing and restoring. Will you give it what it needs? In the winter months or on rainy days, you might consider using a medical-grade light therapy lamp. But remember, nothing beats natural sunlight. Stepping outside in the morning isn't just about getting better sleep. It's about giving your body the signal it needs to reset your internal clock and slow aging, right down to the cellular level. So let me ask you, will you give your body this gift tomorrow morning? What's holding you back from stepping outside, even for a few minutes? Your body is literally waiting for that signal to begin healing and restoring. Habit 3. Gentle movement before breakfast. Here's something most people don't realize. What you do before your morning coffee can shape how your joints feel decades from now. Many older adults make the mistake of sitting still until breakfast. Unfortunately, this delays crucial biological processes and allows inflammation to take hold, quietly accelerating joint deterioration over time. But here's the good news. Gentle movement in the morning can change everything. Doctors at the Mayo Clinic discovered that just a few minutes of light movement before eating can reduce joint deterioration in seniors by as much as 65%. Dr. Lisa Monroe, Chief of Geriatric Medicine at Mayo, explains, "We've seen that morning movement triggers autophagy, a kind of cellular cleanup process that protects joints from long-term damage." Let me tell you about Margaret, a 68-year-old grandmother who was just weeks away from knee replacement surgery due to years of arthritis pain. As a last-ditch effort, her physical therapist recommended something simple: 7 minutes of gentle movement right after waking up, before breakfast or coffee. 3 months later, her pain had improved so much that her surgery was canceled. "I thought my active life was over," Margaret told me. "But now I'm back to gardening and playing with my grandkids, and it all started with a few minutes of movement." So what can you do? Tomorrow morning, after drinking your water but before you eat, spend just 5 to 10 minutes gently moving your body. This isn't a workout. It's about kindness to your joints. Try slow circular motions with your ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, and wrists. Stand up and sway side to side. If you can, touch your toes, or just bend forward slightly. The goal is gentle, continuous movement that wakes up your muscles and lubricates your joints. That stiffness you feel in the morning? It's your body asking for attention. And here's the truth. This small window of movement unlocks biological pathways linked to longevity. If you skip it, those pathways stay asleep. So, will you take 5 minutes tomorrow to protect your joints for the next 20 years? Imagine walking with ease at age 90. That vision isn't luck. It's a result of small, consistent habits. Will you join the growing number of older adults who are choosing to stay active and mobile? Habit 4. The 30-second breathing practice. This next habit is one of the most overlooked yet most powerful longevity secrets. Intentional breathing. Yes, how you breathe in the first few minutes of your day sets your body's stress level for the entire day ahead. And that directly impacts how quickly you age. Researchers in the blue zones, places where people often live past 100, found that many centenarians begin their day with a specific breathing pattern. It's been shown to reduce cellular stress by nearly 50%. Dr. Michael Cohen, who studies longevity in Sardinia, explains. This short breathing practice activates the vagus nerve and tells the body it's safe. That shift lets the body focus on healing, not just surviving. You don't need special training. Just 30 seconds of calm, deep breathing may change the entire course of your day and your health. Ready to learn how? We'll get to that in the next section. In the peaceful mountain villages of Sardinia, where it's not uncommon for men to live well into their late 90s, researchers observed a fascinating morning ritual. Just after sunrise, elders would step outside their homes and begin their day with a series of deep, rhythmic breaths before speaking, eating, or even moving much. When scientists measured their heart rate variability and cortisol levels, the results were astonishing. These older men displayed stress markers similar to people decades younger. One 96-year-old shepherd put it simply, "I breathe in the morning to prepare my body for a good day. If I skip it, I feel it by lunchtime. My energy drops, my thinking gets cloudy." This simple habit may sound small, but it's incredibly powerful. Here's how you can do it. Immediately after drinking your morning water, ideally while standing near a window or outside, practice what's known as the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Inhale gently through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Then slowly exhale through your mouth for 8 seconds, making a soft whooshing sound. Repeat this cycle 3 or 4 times. That's it. Just 30 seconds. But in those 30 seconds, something remarkable happens. Your body shifts out of a stress state and into a repair state. Blood pressure lowers, inflammation markers drop. The vagus nerve is activated, sending a signal to your body that it's safe to focus on healing. Still think it sounds too simple to matter? The science says otherwise. Studies show that this brief breathing exercise reduces stress hormones, boosts heart health, and even improves memory over time. Will you invest just half a minute tomorrow morning? It might be the best return on your health you'll ever see. Take a deep breath right now. Are you really filling your lungs? Most people only use a small fraction of their breathing capacity, but tomorrow, that can change. Habit 5. A breakfast rich in protein and fiber. Now let's talk about something you probably do every day, but may not realize is speeding up your aging process: your breakfast. Many traditional American breakfasts, toast, cereal, sugary coffee, set off a cascade of inflammation and blood sugar spikes that silently damage your body over time. But in long-lived populations, researchers found a different pattern. Dr. Valerie Richardson of the Longevity Nutrition Institute explains, "A high-protein, high-fiber breakfast shapes your metabolism for the entire day. It encourages cellular repair, not damage." Take Jim, a 68-year-old retiree. He was recently diagnosed with prediabetes, despite being a healthy weight. His doctor warned that full diabetes was just around the corner. Instead of medication, Jim made one change. He swapped his toast and coffee for a breakfast packed with protein and fiber. Eggs, berries, oats, and chia seeds became his new routine. 6 months later, his lab results were normal. "The only thing I changed was breakfast," Jim said, "and it changed everything." Here's a simple formula to build a breakfast that supports a long and healthy life. Start with a high-quality source of protein, like eggs, Greek yogurt, or plant-based alternatives if you prefer. Add in fiber-rich foods such as berries, chia seeds, oats, or even vegetables. Then finish with a healthy fat. Think avocado, a handful of nuts, or a drizzle of olive oil. This combination does more than fill you up. It activates pathways in your body that support cell repair and reduce inflammation. But here's a critical detail. Avoid refined carbohydrates before 10 a.m. Pastries, white bread, sugary cereals, these spike your insulin and quietly speed up aging. Now ask yourself, can you make this small change tomorrow morning? The beauty of this habit is that it doesn't add time to your routine. You're already having breakfast. You're just swapping what's on your plate for foods that nourish you deeply. Is your current breakfast really worth risking your health, especially after 70? Try switching tomorrow. You may be surprised by how quickly you feel better. Clearer mind, steadier energy, more stable blood sugar. What you eat each morning shapes how you feel for the rest of the day and the rest of your life. What will you choose tomorrow morning? Habit 6. Morning social connection. Here's a morning ritual that's even more powerful than the latest supplement. Meaningful connection. Yes, human connection, especially in the morning, can extend your life in measurable ways. In fact, loneliness is now considered as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. And timing matters. A landmark 80-year Harvard study revealed that social contact before 10 a.m. had the strongest link to longer life, stronger than quitting smoking or starting to exercise. Dr. Robert Miller, lead researcher on the study, shared, "Participants who engaged in morning connection had a 29% lower risk of death from all causes." It seems early connection primes the body's immune and cardiovascular systems for the entire day. This insight was confirmed in Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the world's longest-lived people. There, neighbors gather every morning to greet one another, even if just for 5 minutes. One 97-year-old woman said, "If I don't speak to someone in the morning, I feel off all day. We check in on each other. It's how we've stayed strong for so long." So how can you bring this habit into your life? First, call a loved one in the morning. Even a quick 3-minute chat helps. Second, if you live with others, create a morning ritual of greeting and connection. Third, if you live alone, consider a regular walk or coffee with a neighbor, even once a week. And remember, even a warm hello to the cashier at the grocery store counts. It's not about the length, it's about the intention. Make connection part of your morning, just like brushing your teeth. Your heart and mind will thank you. Will you make connection a priority tomorrow morning? Your body depends on it, just like it depends on water or rest. No supplement or fitness routine can replace the benefits of human connection. So, who will you reach out to tomorrow? A quick call, a kind word, or even a short exchange could send a powerful message to your brain and heart. I'm not alone. That message can activate healing and longevity pathways that your body has been waiting for. Habit 7. Directed gratitude practice. This final habit may surprise you. It's not a new supplement, exercise, or diet. It's a simple mental shift. And it's something nearly every healthy person over 90 practices each morning without fail. Intentional, directed gratitude. Not just vague, positive thinking, but a specific and focused form of gratitude that has measurable effects on the aging brain and body. Neuroscientists at Yale University have found that practicing gratitude in the morning can physically rewire your brain. One study showed a 23% reduction in cortisol, the body's main stress hormone, when older adults practiced gratitude within the first hour of waking. Dr. Sarah Jenkins, a leading researcher in neuroplasticity, explains, "We've seen changes in the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that handles emotion and decision-making, after just a few weeks of morning gratitude practice. The activity patterns in seniors begin to look more like those of people 30 years younger. But here's the catch. Timing matters. Practicing gratitude early in the day has a much more profound impact than doing it later. Let me tell you about Helen, a 74-year-old woman dealing with high blood pressure that hadn't responded well to medication. Her cardiologist was concerned about her heart rate variability, a key indicator of cardiovascular stress. Then Helen learned about the science behind gratitude and began a simple practice each morning, focusing specifically on her body and its efforts to keep her going. After just 3 months, her blood pressure stabilized and her heart rate variability improved by 31%. Her doctor was stunned. "What new medication are you on?" he asked. "None," Helen replied. "I just changed how I start my day." Here's the exact 2-minute practice that changed Helen's health. Right after your morning breathing exercise, place your hand gently over your heart. Then name 3 specific parts of your body you're grateful for, and say why. For example, I'm grateful for my hands that let me cook meals for the people I love. I'm grateful for my back that holds me upright, even when it aches. I'm grateful for my lungs that give me breath every single day. This may sound simple, but it creates real shifts in your nervous system. It lowers inflammation, boosts immune function, and promotes emotional balance. Have you thanked your body today for all it does for you? Or are you only noticing its flaws? Your mindset matters more than you think, and it costs nothing. Now you've learned the 7 morning habits that can truly transform your life after 60. You don't need to be perfect. Even if you start with just 2 or 3 of these habits, you'll be on the path to more energy, clarity, and vitality in the years ahead. Your future self will thank you. Will you begin tomorrow? Remember Frank? He didn't try to do everything at once. He simply started with 2 small changes. And over time, those changes transformed his life. The most important step is to start tomorrow. Not wait for the perfect moment that never arrives. Because like it or not, your morning routine is sending a message to your body. Let's grow stronger, or let's slow down. So, which path will you choose? These aren't luxury habits. They're essential tools for living with energy, clarity, and purpose well into your 80s and 90s. Even starting with just 1 can make a difference. Which of the 7 will you try first? If this video inspired you, please like and subscribe for more practical health tips designed for those of us over 60. Already practicing one of these habits? Share your experience in the comments. And if someone you love could benefit from this, send them this video. Because sometimes, the smallest gift, like a healthy morning, can add the most years to life.